Hello and welcome to Three Crosses Wood Carving video blog. And it's been a while since I've done one of these, and you might notice that I've got a gentleman here with me, and I want to introduce Matthew to you. And Matthew is a fairly new carver that I met, I don't know, a month ago or so. And Matthew is a special case. I wanted to introduce him to you, and he's going to be part of this vlog tonight. Matthew is a retired Army man. He spent 26 years from one day in the Green Berets. He's been a part of the 101st Airborne and the 82nd Airborne. He's been to Iraq. He's been to Afghanistan. He's been everywhere. He is also a Green Beret. And Matthew is, excuse me, one of our disabled veterans. I want to let him tell you a little bit about that. And then I've got a topic that's been rattling around in my mind. For the first time, I'm going to do a little opining here, a little editorial comment. So I just want to introduce you to Matthew. He's my new friend. He's my apprentice, and as one of our military, we just want to thank him for his service and for everything he's given, and he's given a lot for his country. So Matthew, kind of tell us just a little bit about yourself and how you got into carving.
When I was in Iraq on my second tour, I was wounded by an improvised explosive device and had a traumatic brain injury to my left side of my brain. While I was in the hospital for a long time, I had to learn speech therapy and polytrauma, and they brought in a wood carver to introduce a hobby for the cognitive reasoning and thinking. And that's when I started picking up wood carving.
Well, that's great, Matthew. And Matthew contacted me here several weeks ago, and he was just really looking for wood carvers in the area here in Decatur, where I live. And he's come out and he's become one of the bunch. You know, we've got about 10 or 12 carvers, meets every Saturday, and we carve. And Matthew just fell right in there with us, and he's just one of the gang. Now, what I wanted to talk about tonight, and this came from when I went and did that seminar a couple of 3 weeks back. I went down to Montgomery. I knew one of the guys, the guy that got me to come, Dylan Goodson, but I didn't know any of these guys. And you know, before, I don't know, a couple of hours into it, hey, they were ragging on me and treating me just like the bunch up here does, which sometimes a little lack of respect, but we were having a great time. You know, they treated me like family, and that got me to thinking. I've been carving for 20 years off and on, and everywhere I've been, I've met wood carvers, several hundred of them, I'm sure, and they are different kinds of people. I have never yet run into a wood carver who wouldn't give you the shirt off his back, wouldn't give you wood, wouldn't show you, you know. He'll show you anything he knows. They're just super nice people, and I brought this up at my carving meeting. You know, what is it that makes them different? And I honestly don't know, but I do know I've been involved in other groups through the years, other clubs, other things, and it's different. Wood carvers are great people. They really are. And well, Matthew can kind of tell you about that since he's run into this bunch of hooligans I carve with. Yeah. But I want you to think about it too. If you've got any thoughts or comments on this, send them to me. You know, you can post a comment here on the blog, on YouTube, which this will be up on YouTube also, or you can send me an email. But I'd like to start a little discussion. Why is it, or what is it that makes carvers different? And truly, that is true. You know, when I was learning how to carve faces and really didn't know very much, at one of our shows, I took one of my faces and went and sat down with a well-known carver, Larry Now, who's from Chattanooga, Tennessee. And that guy taught me more just talking to me in 30 minutes about carving faces than I had learned, you know, by myself in a couple of 3 years. And it really helps to have somebody that is knowledgeable that you can go to, that can help you or show you. and help you progress in carving. And that's one of the big reasons why I'm doing this blog site to start with, is because when I started out, I didn't have that. And I have gotten to go to a couple seminars. I got to go to Jeff Fair's seminar and a Jim Wright seminar. But for the most part, I had to do it all on my own. And it is so much easier when you got somebody show you how. Isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. That can cut years off the learning curve. And so if you would, I'd like to hear you comment on this. Now, I want Matthew to show one of the projects he's working on here. Just kind of turn it around. You might have to hold it a little bit closer where they can see it. Now, it's the Celtic knot. It's a love spoon. And I don't know if you can see that real well. Let me see it just a second, Matthew. There you go. Get it up there where you can see the detail on it. Matthew decided that's a rope, and if you look real close, especially right up in here, he's starting to carve it literally like it's a rope. And he's doing a real good job. This is only about his second or third carving. And Matthew is going to be a really good carver. He's telling me he wants to be a master relief carver, which is a little bit out of my range since I mainly carve faces, but we're working on that, and we're going to go to some seminars and things. And I know one thing about Matthew. He's stubborn as a mule.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, he's very, very driven. And that comes from, I think, all his Green Beret training and stuff to perfection. And one day, this man right here will be a master wood carver.
I hope so.
And this brings up another thing. You guys out there that y'all may be an advanced carver, you need to find somebody and pass on that knowledge to. I've got a chance to teach face carving and one thing to, I don't know how many people, 20, 30 people. But this is the first time that I've really had, I don't want to call him an apprentice because you're not really an apprentice. But had somebody to go one-on-one with and try to pass on what I know.
It's been a godsend.
Yeah. It's been fun. I'm going to tell you what, Matthew's a whole lot more than an apprentice to me. He's my buddy. He's my pal. And anyway, so I encourage you to find somebody to mentor. That's the word I was looking for. If you've got carving skills, mentor other people. And especially if you can find some younger people. Of course, Matthew's quite a bit younger than me, so I guess this counts. But bring younger people into carving. You know, it seems like that most of the places you go carve, there are a bunch of retired old farts like me. Well, I'm not retired yet, but I am an old fart probably. I'm definitely a curmudgeon. But need to pass it on so that the carving legacy doesn't die. So anyway, I just wanted y'all to meet Matthew, and you're probably going to see him some more. I might get him involved in helping me make some more of these videos or helping me shoot them or something. But so until next time we speak, y'all just keep on carving and have a good time, whatever you're doing. This is Gary McDaniel and Matthew saying good night.